General Hospital Weekly Spoilers. Sonny goes off the deep end. Welcome to my channel General Hospital, where you can get news about. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow, and I am your buddy. Now let's get started. General Hospital Weekly Spoilers find Sonny Corinthos in a fit of rage during the week of July 22 to 26, 2024, and it might destroy him. Meanwhile, someone is frantic while others defend their reputation on GH. Check out the latest weekly spoilers for the ABC soap. General Hospital Weekly Spoilers. Sonny Corinthos rages. GH Weekly Spoilers show Sonny Corinthos seeking out his son, Michael Corinthos, and asking for a favor. However, it results in Michael losing his temper. Meanwhile, Ava Jerome is still plotting against Sonny. She will go to any lengths to win her custody case against him. Currently, she has Sonny completely off his meds. Next week on General Hospital, he is consumed with rage. So it appears that she pushes him to his breaking point, and this could very well be rock bottom for the mob boss. GH Weekly Spoilers. Laura frantically searches for Valentine. While Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard, becomes even more unhinged, Laura Spencer Collins, Jenny Francis, grows desperate. She turns to PCPD Commissioner Anna Devane, Finola Hughes, hoping she can tell her where Valentin Cassadine, James Patrick Stewart, is. Perhaps this has something to do with Laura's daughter, Lulu Spencer, M. Rylan. Recently, Laura went to visit Lulu, who is still comatose. That has fans hoping she'll come out of the coma soon. Unfortunately, Valentin is on the run with their daughter Charlotte Cassadine, Scarlett Fernandez. So sadly, if Lulu does wake up, Charlotte won't be around for it on General Hospital. Meanwhile, Anna has her hands full with Jason Morgan, Steve Burton. He thinks he's done working for John Jagger Cates, Adam Harrington. However, that's not the case, and soon, Anna goes off on Jagger. Later, he makes a shocking move, and Anna trusts her gut instincts. Then Jason gets a new offer. Meanwhile, Carly Corinthos Spencer, Laura Wright, visits Sonny. Also, she tries to figure out what her next move should be. Plus, Jagger gets pushy with Ava Jerome, Maura West. General Hospital Spoilers. Blaze and Chrissy speak out. Also, on GH, Christina Corinthos, Kate Mancy, and her girlfriend, Allison Blaze Rogers Ramirez, Jacqueline Grace Lopez, meet with the press. Soon, they get their chance to speak out since Natalia Rogers Ramirez, Eva LaRue, ruined both of their reputations with her bigotry. Later, Chrissy has a heart-to-heart with her brother, Michael Corinthos, Chad Doyle, about their family drama. Elsewhere, Willow Tate, Caitlin McMullen, can't escape her guilt over kissing Drew Kane, Cameron Matheson, and she may soon come clean to Michael on General Hospital. Also, she teams up with her mom, Nina Reeves, Cynthia Watrous. Later, Nina plays hardball. Meanwhile, Ned Quartermain, Wally Kurth, supports his mother, Tracy Quartermain, Jane Elliott. GH will keep you guessing. Tune in to see if Sonny Corinthos hits a new all-time low on the ABC daytime drama. The week started like any other in Port Charles. The sun rose over the bustling town, casting a warm glow on the docks, the hospital, and the familiar haunts of its residents. But beneath the surface, tension simmered, waiting to explode. At the center of it all was Sonny Corinthos, the powerful mob boss who had weathered countless storms, but now faced a tempest that threatened to consume him. Sonny had been acting strangely for weeks. Those close to him noticed the subtle changes first, his temper flaring more easily, sleepless nights becoming the norm, and an uncharacteristic paranoia creeping into his actions. Carly, his devoted wife, was the most concerned. She had seen Sonny through his darkest times and knew something was deeply wrong. "Sonny, we need to talk," Carly said one morning as they sat in their kitchen, the aroma of freshly brewed coffee filling the air. Sonny looked up from his newspaper, his eyes betraying the turmoil within. "About what?" he asked, his voice tense. About you, Carly replied, her tone gentle but firm. You've been different lately. More on edge. I know you're under a lot of stress, but I think it's more than that. Sonny sighed and ran a hand through his hair. It's nothing, Carly. Just business. I'll handle it. But Carly wasn't convinced. She reached across the table and took his hand. Sonny, you don't have to handle everything alone. Let me help. Sonny's gaze softened, and for a moment, Carly saw the man she fell in love with. I appreciate it, Carly, I really do. But some things I need to deal with myself. Despite her worries, Carly knew better than to push too hard. She decided to give Sonny some space, hoping he would open up in his own time. But as the week progressed, it became clear that Sonny's problems were far from over. The turning point came on Wednesday evening. Sonny had been meeting with his trusted lieutenant, Jason Morgan, at the coffee warehouse. The two men had shared many battles and victories, and their bond was as strong as ever. But even Jason could sense that something was off. Sonny, you're not yourself, Jason said bluntly. What's going on? Sonny glared at him, his temper flaring. I told you it's business. I don't need you questioning me. Jason held up his hands in a placating gesture. I'm not questioning you. I'm worried about you. There's a difference. For a moment, it seemed like Sonny might confide in his friend, but the moment passed, and he turned away. Just drop it, Jason. I need to take care of something. Before Jason could respond, Sonny stormed out of the warehouse, leaving his friend standing in stunned silence. Jason knew better than to follow him, but he couldn't shake the feeling that something terrible was about to happen. Thursday brought a sense of foreboding that hung heavy in the air. Sonny had been avoiding his family and friends, isolating himself in his office at the Corinthos mansion. Carly, unable to take the silence any longer, decided to confront him once and for all. Sonny, please, Carly said as she entered his office. Talk to me. Sonny looked up, his eyes red-rimmed and weary. Carly, I told you I don't want to talk about it. Carly's heart ached at the sight of her husband in such pain. I love you, Sonny. Whatever it is, we can face it together. Sonny's expression crumbled, and for the first time in weeks, he allowed himself to be vulnerable. It's Mike, he confessed, his voice breaking. I'm losing him all over again. Carly's eyes filled with tears as she realized the depth of Sonny's anguish. Mike, Sonny's father, had battled Alzheimer's disease and passed away a year ago. The loss had been devastating for Sonny, and now the grief had resurfaced, threatening to overwhelm him. Oh, Sonny, Carly whispered, wrapping her arms around him. I'm so sorry. I didn't know it was still hurting you this much. Sonny clung to her, his body trembling with suppressed emotion. I don't know how to let go, Carly. I don't know how to move on. The rest of the week saw Sonny spiraling further into his grief. He began neglecting his business, leaving Jason and the rest of his crew to pick up the pieces. His temper grew more volatile, and even simple conversations turned into heated arguments. At General Hospital, Dr. Kevin Collins had been keeping an eye on Sonny's behavior from a distance. He decided it was time to intervene. Sonny, can we talk? Kevin asked when he found him in the hospital chapel, a place Sonny often visited to find solace. Sonny looked up, his expression one of defeat. What do you want, Doc? I want to help you, Kevin replied gently. You're not alone in this, Sonny. There are people who care about you and want to see you get through this. Sonny shook his head. You don't understand. No one does. Maybe not, Kevin conceded. But that doesn't mean we can't try. Sometimes, talking about what's hurting you can help. Sonny was silent for a long time, staring at the flickering candles on the altar. Finally, he spoke, his voice barely above a whisper. I'm scared, Kevin. Scared that I'm losing myself. Kevin nodded, his expression compassionate. Grief can do that to a person, but you don't have to face it alone. There are ways to cope to heal. As the weekend approached, Carly and Jason decided it was time for an intervention. They gathered Sonny's closest friends and family at the mansion, hoping that a show of support might help him see that he wasn't alone. When Sonny walked into the living room and saw the concerned faces of his loved ones, he felt a surge of emotion. For the first time in weeks, he allowed himself to truly see the people who cared about him. Carly stepped forward, her eyes filled with determination. "Sonny, we love you. We're here for you, but you need help." Sonny's gaze shifted to Jason, who nodded in agreement. "She's right, Sonny. We can't do this for you, but we can be here to support you." The words hit Sonny hard, but he knew they were true. With a heavy heart, he nodded. "Okay," he said quietly. "I'll get help." The following week, Sonny began seeing Kevin regularly, opening up about his grief and the guilt he felt over his father's death. It wasn't an easy journey, and there were many moments when he wanted to give up. But with Carly, Jason, and the rest of his family by his side, he found the strength to keep going. In time, Sonny began to find peace. The pain of losing Mike would never fully go away, but he learned to live with it, to honor his father's memory in a way that didn't consume him. He reconnected with his children, finding joy in the moments they shared, and slowly, the Sonny Corinthos everyone knew began to return.